Welcome back. Let's do 11b. We just did 11a in the previous tutorial. Right, solve for x and y if we're given this equation and this equation. So we're solving simultaneously here. So let's say this is equation 1 and then this is equation 2. Right, from equation 2, we can isolate one variable. Let's see how we can do this. Remember, if it's like this, square root of x over square root of y is just the same as square root of x over y, like that. Do you remember that? So we can write this equation 2 as square root of x over y is equal to 2. And then we square both sides. If you square both sides, what are we going to get? The square and the square root will cancel each other out. We remain with x over y is equal to 4. And then from here, we can multiply by y on both sides of the equation. We remain with x is equal to 4y. So we can say from equation 2, we have created equation 3. And then we take our x from equation 3, and then we substitute into equation 1, isn't it? Then becomes square root of 2 times 4y, because x is 4y. And then plus 1, then minus 2 is equal to y. And then what do we do from here? We can transpose negative 2. It becomes square root of 8y from 2 times 4y there. Then plus 1 is equal to y plus 2. Right. And then from here, we can square both sides. If you square this side and then you square this side, the square root and the square will cancel each other out. You remain with 8y plus 1 is equal to, and then what is y plus 2 squared? There's a shorter way of doing this because you are squaring a binomial here. I'll show you the shorter way. You just square the y, becomes y squared, and then you say 2 times y times 2, which is 4y, and then you square the 2 here, becomes plus 4. But let's say you want to do it the longer way. You can say y plus 2 times y plus 2, that is y plus 2 squared. Then you do your FOIL. Right, it's going to be y squared plus 2y, and then plus 2y, and then plus 4. And then 2y plus 2y is 4y. Then you have your y squared plus 4y plus 4, just like this. You see that? Right, let's continue from there. Right, let's get our standard form. So I'll maintain this one on this side. So we have y squared and then 4y minus 8y. If you transpose 8y to the right hand side, we're going to get negative 8y. So 4y minus 8y, that is negative 4y. And then transpose 1 becomes negative 1, and then 4 minus 1 is 3, like that. So this is our standard form. Now we have a trinomial that we have to solve. We can use factorization. We're looking for the factors of positive 3 that can give us negative 4 if we add them. So positive 3 means that the factors must have the same sign. And then negative here, negative 4 means that same sign must be the negative 1. So we can say we have negative 1 and negative 3. If you say negative 1 times negative 3, you get positive 3. But if you say negative 1 minus 3, you get negative 4. You see that? So we can use these. So it's going to be 0 is equal to y minus 1, and then y minus 3, like that. So meaning that y is equal to 1 or y is equal to 3. So these are the values of y. But we need to check. We need to check if our values are applicable. Let's use this part here. So here we have what? Square root of 8y plus 1 is equal to square root of 8y plus 1 is equal to y plus 2, like that. Okay, let's substitute 1 here. If you put 1 here, it becomes 8 times 1 plus 1, which is 9. Square root of 9, and then is equal to 1 plus 2. So 3 is equal to 3. So 1 is applicable. It's fine. And then let's try 3. What would be 8 times 3? That would be 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. Square root of 25 is equal to 3 plus 2 is also 5. So it's 5 is equal to 5. So both answers are applicable. So we have y is equal to 1 or y is equal to 3. And then using equation 3, this one, we can say x is equal to 4y. So if y is 1, then what would be x? So it becomes x is equal to 4 times 1. So it means x is equal to 4. So if x is equal to 4, y is equal to 1. And then we use 3. So x is equal to 4 times 3. So we get x is equal to 12, meaning that if x is equal to 12, y is equal to 3. That's how we can solve this equation.